Project 2025.
I'm not familiar with the rhetoric of Project 2025. With
Project 2025 is in full swing right now. And you know, the Democrats are trying to warn you. Man, this shit like a rap battle though. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna say some shit that nobody has probably said or want to say on camera. Lyrically, Drake killed Kendrick.
No.
Hold on. Let me finish saying what I'm saying. In a rap battle though, 50 Cent learned in a rap battle that it ain't about what you rapping about. It's never about what you rapping about. Especially in this new era. I just was talking to Slum, and we was talking about Baby Mel, and I showed him that in the last 12 months, Baby Mel probably put out 20 videos, 20 music videos.
Shout out that brother.
Shout out Baby Mel. He on fire right now in the streets. But put out about 20 videos. I don't know what album he put out. I don't know what mixtape he put out.
I got an album coming out, but we'll talk about that later.
But when I get on, he got 2 albums coming out.
No, you're already out.
Oh, he got, well, regardless. Nobody cares. It's about the visual. The visual is the new album. I got to see you. The more I see you, the more I believe you. Every video I see, he got a chain on. Every video is 20 niggas behind him that believe in him. They're supporting him. So they showing up every video. So obviously, he the one. They believe. They showing up. Every video, they seeing it. And the same thing happened with politics. Donald Trump realized the mixtape game. I'm finna 50 Cent this bitch. She is not prepared for the mixtape game. She prepared for the politic game. Bitch, this ain't what this is. I'm trying to get voters. Voters don't give a fuck about no politics. Voters care about the My boy got up there and said, yeah, I'm going to change it from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. That ain't no fucking political agenda. This nigga is just saying, this nigga is running like he's running for class president. I'm going to make sure it's pizza in every lunchroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, he running this shit like it's a mixtape. And that's where the Democrats fucked up. They tried to tell you about Project 2025. But we weren't hearing that shit because of how they were framing it. Y'all framing that shit like some schoolwork. I don't hear that shit. I want to hear the mixtape, nigga. Give me the mixtape version.
The uncut.
Give it to me raw.
The unmixed.
Without telling me that they racist. Tell me something else. We know that. Tell me something else. Give me something else that's going to get me riled up. But they couldn't do that.
Well, here's a better question for you, my brother. Is he racist? Because how are we defining racist?
I don't think you have to be necessarily a racist to do racist shit. Does that make sense? Matter of fact, you tuned into the Smoke Break. I am Henny 3 times. This is the Smoke Break brought to you by 4814 Magazine. We got my man,
Pastor
C. Allen. I don't know. Classic Keys. I don't know.
Well, I thank you for allowing me to be here today and
Hello,
sitting in for your brother. He wasn't able to make it, so
yeah,
I
he done cut me. I don't know who this guest is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Pastor Peter Jenkins. Slang that thing for the Lord. Shake that thing for the Lord. Okay? And pop that for the Lord. That's my new single coming out. I do have a mixtape. We'll elaborate on that later. But continue talking.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I ain't, you know.
Thank you for allowing me to be on your show and your break room
I'm gonna let
today.
everybody say who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but continue. What?
You good?
Oh, I'm good.
Peter Jenkins.
Pastor Peter.
Pastor Peter Jenkins.
Working toward being Bishop Overseer.
Bishop Overseer.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a Bishop Overseer?
That happens when you go to theology school.
The theology school.
And I haven't made it that far yet, but in my ministry, I'm working with music, and I thought this would be a good platform for me to be a part of tonight.
Okay.
So, in speaking about the good brother President Trump. I just want to know that I hear a lot of rhetoric that says he's a racist, so I just want to hear what we are basing that on. What are we actually? What concrete evidence that we have that he's racist? And that's not a debate with you. I just want clarity.
The concrete evidence has been his actions.
Okay.
You know, class action lawsuits about renting out apartments, discriminating against people of color, women, and people of color. It is Trump Towers. He wouldn't rent apartments to the people of color, or a lot of women.
Prior to his presidency.
Prior to the presidency. Mm-hmm. He still, to this day, says that the Central Park Five are guilty. Even though they've been acquitted, been given millions of dollars, he to this day will not apologize for saying that they all deserve the death penalty and doing full-page ads in the newspaper. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's more, you know.
Well,
it's a lot more. You know, him calling African nations shithole countries. You know.
Are they shithole countries?
I mean, I've never been.
Okay.
And based from what I've heard from people from Africa, there are parts of Africa that are the most beautiful places on earth. You know what I'm saying? They just don't show you that on the brochures and shit. You know what I'm saying? We get the donate a penny a day. We'll get these kids fed. And all they need is a little bit of your money. And we get to see that side, you know, with the flies crawling around their mouth and shit. The little baby sitting there eating rice out of a bowl.
Well, this is how I feel when it comes to that. I think the good brother has done some wonderful things for the acceleration and progression of the culture he's a part of.
Okay.
I think that we've never had anybody in that position to help accelerate the culture of black folk.
So even after 8 years of Obama, you don't think the culture of black people, the black culture,
was progressed in any kind of way?
In any kind of way.
I think the biggest progression black people made under Obama's administration was his inauguration. And his inauguration brought a lot of black people together in a peaceful manner because we were under the illusion that something great was about to happen for our people.
Now him becoming president wasn't great.
Not for the advancement of black people.
Because you know, if you walk in black homes now, you know there used to be 2 pictures you'll see on the wall in a black home.
White Jesus and
Martin Luther King.
Okay.
Now it's 3 pictures when you walk in a black home.
White Jesus, Saudi Arabia, and Obama.
Now this is my question. No, hold on. Let me ask you this, Bishop, future overseer. What you say your name was? What you about to become?
Pastor.
Pastor.
Just Pastor Peter.
Pastor
right
Peter.
Now, brother.
Pastor Peter. Let me ask you this,
brother.
Pastor Peter. You know they say Michelle used to be a man.
I've heard.
Do you believe this?
I don't.
Okay.
I believe, again.
Do you believe the earth is flat?
I do. And here's why I say the earth is flat. It's because you can only sail so far before the United States government will keep you.
Stop you.
They won't allow you to go far.
Come stop
The Bermuda Triangle has numerous mysterious deaths. We have a plane that took off that we still haven't, it's just up in the air what happened to the passengers on that plane. And what's the significance of that plane are the passengers that were on that plane. So
who you got in the Chiefs game? Don't look at the screen. You don't know what's
I'm not looking at that screen.
Who you got in the Chiefs game? Chiefs Bills.
I like.
Come on, PP.
I like.
I'm gonna call you PP, Pastor.
Well, they call me Pastor Petey.
Pastor Petey. What?
Or Slick Petey. Those my street niggas who know that.
Oh Lord, what was that? Pastor.
Slick Petey?
No.
Street niggas?
Yeah, yeah. You can say that.
Oh yeah. When we get into my first single, you'll see what kind of minister I am.
Oh, okay. Is it a gospel song?
You better pop that coochie for the low. Well, you better pop that coochie for the low. Well, you better pop that. That's enough. But in
I don't
that,
think that's gonna sing.
well, we have a meeting tonight scheduled for an audition for Coochie Poppers for the
He
low.
gonna pop that
But,
coochie for the Lord.
For the low.
For the low.
Not
That
for the
coochie
high.
For the low.
Not for the high.
Have you ever heard of Chameleon? What was the end of her name? The
Homegirl.
Yeah, she had a twerk for Jesus.
She needs to link with me. That number
It
will be placed at the bottom of the screen.
I think that was the name of the song, Twerk for Jesus. Mm-hmm.
That's my homegirl, man. Shout out to Chameleon.
I hope she didn't bite my ideas.
Lord have mercy.
She's also, she already got her sitcom
Have you seen,
directed by Lisa Ray.
Rap Story by Issa Rae.
Rap Chicks.
It's a rap chick. Is that what it is? It's a series.
Listen, brother, we're up and coming right now.
Ooh, and I tell you, them some nice titties. Them some beautiful titties.
Well, boobs were put here for the man to enjoy.
Man, I keep forgetting I'm talking to the pastor.
It's
Now,
okay,
did
brother.
You used to be a pimp?
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
I'm still employed in the pimping agency.
Did you get your suits 3 for $100?
A little bit more than that. Mine 2 for $75.
Check her out. Man, when I tell you, what Juvie said, the titties sitting right here. I want to bite you.
Oh yeah.
I can book you right
Yeah,
here.
she definitely needs to come in my office.
It's something about the Florida water.
Sister Chameleon, if you're listening right now, as fine as you are.
Some twerk for me. Twerk for me.
Okay, I do remember that song. Sister Chameleon, if you're listening right now, I encourage you to pop that coochie for the low. Do you understand? Don't do it for the high. Don't do it for those who are in a different tax bracket. Pop that coochie for the low.
For the low.
People who wear one dirty dump with one clean dump. People who don't use lotion or Vaseline. That's who we are ministering to and reaching out to right now. The ones who are willing to pop that coochie for the low. Do you understand? If you
Man,
would,
my goddamn, I wonder where it went.
reach out
Finger ass nigga, throw the shit back over here.
to my people. And my people get with your people. And maybe we could be people. Shoot, we could do this every weekend. I think I heard a brother say that. He's currently incarcerated.
No, he dead.
They killed Puffy.
Oh, you talking about Puffy?
Y'all, don't knock the brother off. Don't knock him off. We're definitely keeping you in our regard, sir. But the progression of black people in relation to Obama was an illusion. What we are in now is a reality. And the reality is we never been in control. We never had power. This system wasn't set up for, this system wasn't set up for a Negro to have power. This system was set up for a Negro to work. For a Negro to sell it. That's what we are. We good builders and we good sellers according to their system. Because in their system, it has robbed us of the mental conscience and confidence of who we really are. So a nigga that really can progress, niggas or black people, will never hold that position in office. Those niggas get assassinated, killed, or go to prison. And they preach their message and they preach their rhetoric. And that's just how that go. You don't ever get the megaphone if you really about the progression of black people. I think Sister Harris was a puppet, She knew that was a race that was designed. Let me tell you something. Anytime you just relax and look at how this presidential race went. The presidential race was between two white men initially. Then they said, hold up, this man can't go. We're going to put this Obama-like female in his place. Yeah, because your president told you.
Obama-like.
Your president told you. Just like he told you about Obama, he said, give me the birth certificate. He said, I don't know what she is. She black now? Oh, she black? Okay.
No.
She wasn't black when a few years ago when we were dealing with her in politics.
No, she couldn't be Obama-like.
When I say Obama-like, meaning I'm questioning your ethnicity.
See, no, she was a woman. You know what I'm saying?
But what's her ethnicity? See, again, black people are easily swayed.
What I'm saying is,
by the drum. You told me
she
that.
couldn't be compared to Obama because she was a woman. And off top, men were gonna be skeptical.
Well, what I'm comparing is the ethnic.
You know who
the
she
ethnicity.
didn't get in the polls? Black men. Because we look, bro. What we gotta face as a community is we still have issues with our own black women.
Right. So what better candidate to put up against a young man like
You know what I'm
him?
saying? Even before we even address any issues that somebody got with our community, we gotta address the issues we got within our community.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta look within first. You know what I'm saying? Before we can ever talk about, because everybody talking about the the Project 2025 shit that Trump doing, where he getting rid of the DEI shit. Do you know they are sweeping through the government and getting rid of people who were hired because of, like, hey, we need an extra woman on the job.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we need an extra
He
black
just
person.
revoked the act that was passed in 1965.
Lyndon Johnson.
Yeah. She just revoked that.
I don't know who. My dad ain't even vote for that nigga. That's how old. That's how
But a
old that
lot
shit
of
was.
people don't know that right now, that happened. So a
Because
person
guess when that shit happened? When some other bullshit was going on
in the 60s.
world.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about when he revoked the shit.
Oh, okay.
Some other bullshit was going on in the world.
Yo, we got a big California fire going on right
So
now.
we ain't even thinking about none of this shit he over there signing where he letting all the people from the fucking riots go.
That's right.
Where he talking about he for the police, but he letting folks who beat up on police and killed and injured police get out of jail.
Well, it's the listen, it's the police that they beat up. That's what you have to look at.
I mean,
The police that they beat up
were
were
black and
there you
people
go.
of color.
There you go.
Proud Boys, he letting them go. The leader of the Proud Boys, he letting niggas go.
This is not going to be popular, but it's going to be true. You would rather deal with an enemy that you are visibly able to see than one that's
I
masked.
want you to pull your phone. Not now, but when we leave here, just look up this shit and the whole. I was going to say trial, but he was going through a trial during the whole fucking race, presidential race.
Right.
He kept saying, "I don't know anything about Project 2025. I don't have anything to do with Project 2025. Hey, I don't know any." The nigga who wrote Project 2025 is a nigga he just gave a fucking job doing something. Like, the nigga, oh yeah, he got rid of the Tuskegee Airmen. He no longer teaches, there used to be a required shit when you get in the Air Force. We're going to teach you about the Tuskegee Airmen. Wipe that away. Nobody else will hear about these niggas. Like, he is wiping away history, man. Yeah, swipe through that.
Well, I don't think, again, he is wiping it away. I think the agenda that he represents is doing all this. Because if you take a guy, once again, in this position that he's in, what is called the president, and really look at it in its truth,
Bro, it's all about money.
well, he's the face of an agenda.
In 1 week, the man made $89 million on a meme coin. You know what a meme coin is? Some shit he woke up and created. Just woke up. Melania got a coin too. I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy about these coins. You know, Hop Tour Girl had a coin. She collected millions of dollars and then just disappeared. The money that people are people. Can we stop being idiots? they telling you about crypto. I know everybody loves crypto. And they see this imaginary number that's going up. How do you buy crypto? Do you know how you buy crypto?
You trade.
Do
cash.
anybody here know how
You trade cash.
you use money to buy crypto?
Right.
With the thought that this imaginary money I bought is going to be worth more than this dollar one day.
I'm late.
I don't. Some money that somebody can go on a computer and go, money.
People forgetting about what happened with the art.
Oh yeah, the NFT shit. The NFT shit was just the biggest scam in the world. I just posted this, that one day we're gonna wake up and crypto is gonna come out to be the biggest grift ever.
When you say
ever.
grift, mean like
the biggest
like
scam, Ponzi scheme in the world. Cause right now it ain't regulated. Right now, I mean, people trying to regulate the shit, but you know what I'm saying. Like I said, right now you can go home tonight and create a coin.
Can you spend crypto?
Yeah.
What these coins that they're creating?
That's what one of the niggas who Trump just pardoned. That's what he did in the black market.
What?
Like bought weapons and traded shit with crypto.
So can you spend the million coins he made?
No, hell no.
So what?
No, see that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm so fucking lost. In like this is the most ignorant. Bruh, I just saw Bill Maher say this. He said, "The battle in the future will be of people who did not grow up in the in this digital era and people who did. The people who didn't grow up in the digital era are looking at people who grow up in the digital era like, you fucking dummies."
Well, let me speak to
you can't differentiate reality from goofiness.
As of maybe 3 years ago, I started to think, and I became very disturbed with integration. And I really realized
like
integrating, like
black and white.
Yeah, black can go to white
Brown
schools and this and that. Because again, we are in my opinion, we are the most illusioned people out there when it comes to talking about tribal and race and culture. We really highlighting what you said, like if you tell us something, invest in this, then boom, we jump on it and we try to convince everybody else. Hey, crypto. And there's no knock on you rich niggas off of crypto. But what I'm saying,
who do you know is rich off crypto?
I don't know anybody rich off crypto. So here's what I say. When you have a cabinet like we just had to be ushered in, like Trump.
He just had a crypto ball.
He is
known as the crypto president.
Listen, with black artists performing at his crypto ball,
yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Now, were they there physically or was it a virtual performance?
Some niggas was there physically.
Okay, so listen.
Snoop was there on stage by himself. He had to DJ his own set. He had to rap and his own set.
So listen.
Nelly and Rick Ross. I seen Rick Ross performing on stage. Shit look awkward as fuck.
The best thing that ever was implemented to our demise
it was integration.
That was to our demise. Mm-hmm. Segregation,
and that's what the Malcolm and Martin fight was. Malcolm was on there. Hey, us. We need to build us. Martin was on the. But see, that's actually a false narrative that people built over the years. Martin actually wasn't about integration. He was about equal opportunity. If you can get this $1 million education, I should be able to get the same resources to have $1 million education.
So let me continue. When you took Martin, his dream, Martin had a dream, and you had how big of a threat that would have been to the system.
So we would have had a black president way before.
Well, we wouldn't have needed a black president. What would have ended up happening is we would have left America alone. Because when people say, go back here and go back there, what if we had actually done that? What if black people had left this country?
You know why he got killed, right?
Martin,
he was there about reparations. He was there to talk to people about reparations. He got killed because he was finna go to D.C. to talk about getting money. That's what his last speech was about. when he was talking about the 40 acres and a mule. We want our money. You owe us some. You paying everybody else? Pay us.
So
What was it? We built this city.
Segregation strengthens.
We most definitely would have been able to do what you're saying if all black people were getting reparations.
But we don't need reparations to do that.
Think about at the time when that would have been done, though. Not now. We too far gone to get reparations at this point.
The conscience of our culture is gone.
Yeah, but at that time when Martin was finna go and argue for reparations, 69, 68, 69, 69, 68?
When he got assassinated?
Yeah, 69. So just think about the consciousness of black people at the time. Black power. You know what I'm saying?
Where the consciousness was togetherness.
We most definitely would have went off and built our own community.
So our generation had a figure just like that. And it was Tupac Shakur. See, Tupac, listen, Tupac.
Which version of Pac? Post prison or pre-prison?
Really the whole combination of the person.
Death Row Pac was not for the people.
He was for the people.
No.
Because let me
Death
show
Row
you.
Pac was for Pac.
Let me show you what Pac had.
Death Row Pac was for Pac. He wasn't a beef with another black man.
That's not true.
Pre Death Row Pac wasn't a beef with no black man.
Listen. People beef within their culture, but they don't beef with the
Death Row Pac had beefs, but he didn't rap about them. He didn't make them the focal point.
Because they weren't as monetized as it was when he came out.
Pre-Death Row Pac was a Black Power individual, walking around with Digital Underground
and the nation. He was,
Death Row Pac, I'm blood.
But
I'm gang banging.
Even though being blood, I have the power to bring.
You didn't want him to have the power.
Listen,
you didn't want that Pac to have the power.
Let me tell you why. This guy behind the character Tupac Shakur, he was a very intelligent individual, and he had influence enough to bring things together that no other rap artist could have done.
That's why he spoke so much of his own demise. He knew he was.
Well, he spoke about. He said he feared the power that he had.
He was doing too much evil in that second half of his career. That beginning of the career, if he still had that mentality. He
suffered from the Charleston White effect, though.
And he was telling everybody about all these churches, why we got homeless people, and we got all these empty churches. Why the churches are, that's a different Pac than the Pac.
But listen, that as many people was listening.
Doing this on camera with the money.
That's who they started listening to. And he realized that he went to prison. When he went to prison, he had an opportunity to sit down and be strategic.
You smoking reefers.
To make money off of the game. See,
this is reparations.
I seen that. That was amazing.
What do you mean? A black man with two white girls?
That's Stella Andrews, and I don't know who the other girl is.
What are they, porn stars?
Yeah.
That's not reparations then. I don't want the porn. Give me the Capitol Hill girl.
You didn't watch the video.
The Capitol Hill girl?
I did. I saw him rubbing her head.
No.
One's supposed to be a mama, one's supposed to be like. I probably can pull it up.
This is a mother and daughter?
Pull it up.
I probably can pull it up on the.
Yeah.
But this game over with. Well, not really.
Listen,
I'm not trying to say as much on video as possible.
Yeah, I got you. But let me just get to my point.
It's on Lil Duval
I think that people are very ignorant to what this is really going to do in a positive for black people.
Ignorant.
Because you're able to see now who you're able to see your enemy, and you're able to see who you're battling against. But not to sound like a politician, because I hate politics in the facade of it. A word I learned from you years ago in a rap song. You said it. I looked it up because I felt stupid.
What facade?
Yeah, my vocabulary wasn't expanded. I said that shit sounded good, but I need to know what the shit mean. But
Ice Cube taught me. Listen, I'm high. I don't want to get too political.
And you're not, because this is a great topic.
We've been on for an hour. What this nigga name is again?
Pastor Peter.
Yeah.
Working towards
Pastor
being a bishop
Peter,
overseer.
They came here from smoke break.
Go apologize.
Sorry, Stella.
I guess that worked. I'll take that. Kiss. All right,
Kiss
say
both
sorry.
of them.
Sorry, Mom. Yeah, say it like you mean it.
Shh. She talking right now.
Sorry, Mom.
No, that's better. Now kiss. Okay, we get somewhere. All right, now go apologize.
Sorry, Sola.
I guess that worked. I'll take that. Kiss.
Lil Duval posted this and tagged it as Black History Month is on the way. Or Black History Month next week or some shit.
So explain to me what I'm looking at right there.
Well, the young brother is saying, go out and partake of as many snow bunnies as possible and take them down because they out there and they want your mandingo.
And you ain't finna get no 40 acres in the mule.
That's how you get your reparations. Right.
Having sex with Caucasian women?
Yeah, with Caucasian women.
To each his own.
That's also how you go to jail real fast.
but
Welcome to the side.
But the side, SILV, I told you.
In the comments of that post, somebody actually said that's the Alabama stimulus.
But that's another illusion though.
Yeah, because
how many black men are standing out there with a white woman and her daughter kissing?
I'm gonna tell you that's the one thing where we fail at.
Most
black women go out and find Leonardo DiCaprio, Justin Bieber. We go out and find Roseanne Barr.
Listen,
we go out and find.
Mark my word. In the next 4 years. In the next 4 years, we are going to become more dangerous as a people than we've ever been.
Who that?
Black people.
In the next 4 years?
In the next 4 years.
You sound crazy, Bishop. I got to get you up on my show now.
Listen, in the next 4 years.
I got to get you up on my show now.
Let me tell you why. Because we don't have anybody in the White House selling the illusion right now.
I'm going to tell you, I probably would have been with you if, and see, this is what this is, the illusion still being sold. It's being mad. We don't see it because we not what he going after right now. These first 2 years, he ain't focused on us. He focused on these Chicanos, the Latinos. Boy, hey, that nigga sent the military to the border. Boy, listen, we finna go into a war, but it ain't finna be with no country or nothing. It finna be with the cartels.
We won't go into a war with cartels because drug money funds this country. Illegal gun trade.
That's what y'all under the illusion. That man has said, listen, bro, we under the illusion the cartels are doing it. Why we can't do it?
What do you mean?
Fund our own drugs.
What you mean?
That man just said, hey, if you want to avoid terrorists, come over here and build the same shit you got over there over here, but do it in our country. That's what he on right now.
Build what over here?
Anything you got overseas that you building and shipping over here, come over here and build it. Build a building over here and build that shit over here. We don't want nothing you got from over there. Unless you finna get taxed every time you try to sell it over here. Do you know this nigga cut off aid to every ally? Day one, paused all aid to all allies for 90 days.
Let me tell you what he's doing. So just hear me out with my theory that says black people are going to make the most progression that they've made in 100 years in the next 4 years. He is segregating America right now. That's what he's doing. And we are not America, though. We are the laborers of America. But prior to now, we have been sold the illusion that you are equal to me. That's what integration did. Sold us the idea that if I work at this company, that
I had a
this
mentor
white
tell me
man
once, 1 is too close to 9, and 2 is too close to 1. When he said 3, you debt free. Ladies, let's walk.
See, none of this is real. If it's real, I'm riding with you tonight.
Oh, now this nigga might be real.
No, I'm saying when we leave tonight.
Look where the black bitch at.
What do you mean?
That hoe on his arm ain't white. That hoe on his arm. Shit, them two hoes in the front.
I had a mentor tell me once.
That bitch on his own
One is
ain't
too
white.
close to none.
She light.
And 2 is too
she
close
damn
to
near
1.
white.
When he said 3,
Yeah, she light, but she ain't white.
Ladies, let's walk.
But he got 2 white hoes on them chains in the front of him.
That's not white on the
I
outside.
get with that right there.
Listen, that's not white on the outside. On the left side,
Why? Because you looking at her body?
no, that's a weed. The one to the right is white, maybe, but she's not
Well, she
white.
don't like be Asian.
She's not white.
Yeah, she might
And
be
again, that's an illusion. If that's not an illusion, I'm riding with you tonight, and you gonna get
And
you a
Asian
chain.
people, y'all wouldn't be over here if it weren't for black people in the Civil Rights Act. Just
Well,
understand
Asian
that.
people again, Asian people, Hispanic people, Colombian people, with I don't know if they fall under one of those genres, Russian people, none of these people could ever be sold the illusion of integration. They know it doesn't benefit a Chinese person to integrate with you. I don't need to go to your to do that. You know what I'll do? I'll come to
illusion
you.
of integration works for us because we don't have a home country.
Exactly.
We don't know where to go.
Well, we don't know who we are. Well, we haven't known who we are.
You know what I'm saying?
But the
a Russian that's here has a family member in whatever city Russia they from.
And he can trace a lot of stuff that
You know what I'm
we can't.
saying? He can say, "I boom, my people are from Russia." You know what I'm saying?
I'm
I
from
know
this tribe. I'm from
y'all
this
piss me
clan.
off. Get what? Fuck y'all. I'm going back to Russia.
Right. Or look, I'm over here to strengthen my position back at home. The way the the Mexicans do. We come make these American dollars to send them back to where we're from. So what Trump's first 2 years are to segregate America. That's why you see the Caucasian people in this country since he's been elected marching around with a different type of movement because they understand that they are being.
I mean, cut you off, but listen. This is why I call bullshit on all that. These white boys though, who it's just like. I'm gonna use another rap analogy. Trump and the president and his cabinet, media cabinet, and everybody in, you know what I'm saying, they the rappers. They got the deals, you know what I'm saying? The other little niggas, the white people around them are just the little niggas on the block. You know what I'm saying? The niggas who will shoot a nigga who I really ain't an op to. Like I said, we seen Obama and Trump laughing together.
Because Obama's not black.
No, it ain't that, because we both in politics, regardless of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's how it used to be back in the day. Even though we're in different parties, you know what I'm saying? We all got one agenda to make America
We're all
better.
up under the politician umbrella.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, we all a puppet.
Yeah.
For somebody, for some agenda.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, they the rappers. We cool. We might be beefing, but we cool. But white people, the people who voting, yeah, Trump, MAGA, who buying them shirts, buying them ugly ass sneakers, buying the Trump watch and all that bullshit, Trump calendar, the Trump Bible, people buying all that bullshit, they going nigger.
That's the ignorance.
And you done gave, and him pardoning them people and all that shit, and gave them the political license to go commit political violence. Because they know I can commit political violence and he gonna let me off.
All right, so let me speak to that.
I can be, you know how many citizen arrests it's gonna be in the next 4 years? Ooh, Lord.
Well, listen
It's
to
gonna
me.
be through the roof.
Listen to me. Let me speak to
Don't go
that.
jogging through no white neighborhoods.
Donald Trump said, listen, Donald Trump
They have a
said,
whole reflector suit.
no, listen, listen what he said. He would pardon certain cases of police brutality.
Mm-hmm.
Those things start to make people who have been ignorant, that starts to make them say, hold on. You, like you said, if me and you beefing as black men,
But he pardoned some police.
that committed police brutality.
They killed a black kid.
So look, that's what starts to make the black culture say, hey, wait a minute. We are really
In
starting.
outrage. This is happening
What-
right
what-
now
what-
in real time.
but listen though.
And there's no black
Listen,
outrage.
black outrage.
These cops they got off for killing this black kid.
Look, black outrage.
Don't nobody know about it.
Black outrage ain't the answer though. Black unification is the answer.
Ain't no black unification. Ain't no black.
4
Ain't
years.
no nothing going on.
I give you 4 years if he continues with this type of behavior. 4 years. Because
you know what? The only thing that made the shit that the riots and shit happen is because of the pandemic. If there was no pandemic,
what riots are you speaking of? Because we still haven't come together and like
all this Black Lives Matter shit was born within the pandemic.
But Black Lives Matter
because we was doing this all.
Listen, Black Lives Matter wasn't originated by us though.
No, I'm just saying all of this shit. Even just
see, Black Lives Matter ain't us coming together.
Even the illusion of black people coming together, even the illusion, even people changing their Listen. What I'm trying to tell you is when life is going on, nobody's gonna be paying attention to this shit. This shit is gonna be. It's so much shit going on in a day. So much shit happening in your life, my life, his life, that a lot of shit we numb to it.
Have been.
I can't stop my life.
Listen, we have been. We've never had a president get on national TV and pardon and tell that I would let go police brutality.
Niggas don't care about that. If all of this shit is going on, but your personal bank account, your personal wealth, and your personal life is flourishing, are you gonna stop that to go because you got some bullshit going on? Yeah.
Yeah, because you ain't finna flourish. Because listen, this man have cut off.
See, now you in the hypothetical to my hypothetical.
No,
I'm telling you, I'm asking you a question though. If you are personally flourishing in every way, are you stopping what you're doing to go march or put up a sign or go say I'm not shopping at none of these other places no more?
See, I ain't marching whether I'm flourishing or not. I ain't going to protest because those things
don't do nothing.
You got to really look at.
So again, that's why I added the caveat at the end where you're not gonna go shop at none of these places that you at. If they tell you don't shop here, don't eat here.
You ain't gonna be able to afford to though.
Don't get no.
And if you can afford to.
So what do you call making a difference?
Just man, let me tell you something. I give you something very basic, and this is something we've said for years. If you have 100 white people congregate in a parking lot, the police keep going. If you have 100 black people congregate in a parking lot, guess what they do? They stop and they do this. They break it up. And I can attest to this personally. My daughter goes to a school that I want, and my son, and I won't say, listen though, I won't say the name of the school, but this is when my son came home and told me one day. He said, Dad, I don't understand something. He's a 9th grader, so his awareness and understanding is not an elementary kid. He said, I don't understand something. When I'm at school, we have a lunch table that all the people like me sit at, and for the entire school year, the school officials have came and broke our table up and said they don't want us all sitting at the table like that. Mm-hmm. I don't understand that. And I told them the threat of you and your people being in common unison with each other is a major threat because they don't know what is going to be born out of that. So if he continues with his behavior like he's doing, even if your mind today says, that's bullshit, I ain't linking with no nigga to do. That's right now. But let me ask you, in a country that has just cut off all the aid to their allies, I ask you and I challenge your psyche on this. What happens when I can't afford groceries, I can't buy fuel for my vehicle?
Well, see, he's saying that that's going to make the grocery prices go up. I mean, grocery prices go down.
Listen, I said this on social media. If I lower your prices, I have to lower the quality. I can't give you the same quality at a lower price and still be a billionaire.
Do you think the quality of anything you getting right now is higher than it was 20 years ago?
Pussy. Okay, that was off track.
So I'm just saying, that's the wrong thing to think about.
I'm talking shit. No, but the quality of what do you mean? Like consume goods?
Everything. You think 90% of the shit you got right now is better than it was 20 years ago?
No. That's already been proved. So if I lower
fuck the quality.
But listen,
let's give that shit a chance then. If that's what he's saying.
I don't need you. Listen, I don't need
I'm
you.
just saying.
I don't need you to lower. I don't need
That's
you.
the least of my worries with what he got going on.
Yeah, you gotta worry about
the quality of some shit.
Yeah, because the quality means you won't be able to sustain. You know what I mean? If I'm selling you poison and I wasn't selling you poison 20 years ago, but I'm giving it to you at a great discounted rate. Look at the thing they just posted about the Waffle Houses killing niggas with heart attacks and stuff. That because, hey, we not selling.
I mean, if you eat the fucking greasy ass shit all the fucking time, you gonna fucking die.
But I asked the restaurant owner one time. I asked the restaurant owner, listen, that owns a pretty popular.
Has it been an hour yet? I won't get rid of this nigga.
Look, I asked a popular restaurant owner here in Montgomery, where we live. I said, hey man, I just got a question. I talked to you about it one time. How can you sell why can't you sell a burger for 99 cents? And this restaurant can. I said, is it because they're bigger, larger, and they're buying more than you? He said, that's not it at all. He said, they're not buying the same quality that I'm buying and selling. So therefore,
How does he know that?
Huh?
How does he know that?
That he's not buying the same. I think by the. I take his word for as long as he's been in business.
He worked for McDonald's. He been to the.
Well, I didn't say McDonald's.
I'm just saying anybody who's selling that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But if you're selling cars, listen. If you're selling
if I'm
cars,
a $1 billion company,
let me
you
say
don't
this.
think I've innovated a way to sell a great burger?
But if you're selling cars for whoever you work for, you don't have to work at Capital Chevrolet Toyota to know certain general things about car selling. So that's
about car selling. But I can't. If I
so that's what I was asking.
General Motors all my life, I can't tell nobody what the inside of a Toyota can do.
See, I didn't ask him what the inner workings of something was.
No, I'm just saying,
like
that's like saying, how can they sell a truck for $10,000 and your truck $20,000?
See, that's a question you probably could answer. If I say, man, why is it?
But I can't answer that if I don't work for the competitor.
But if I come to you and say, look, you're selling this vehicle for $10,000.
You just took his word for it. You didn't do no research. That's what's wrong with this generation. No research is done. You taking his word for it because he told you that because he in the industry.
So you research everything.
Just because he's in the industry.
You research everything.
I'm saying, if I really want to get factual and get down to the nitty gritty, yeah. In the middle of watching movies, like biographical movies, I will start Googling the shit just to see if the shit.
But I'm saying everything that you're inquisitive about, you research.
Yeah, if I'm inquisitive.
That means every question that you ask a person.
I gotta get to the bottom of it. That's just how I work. I gotta get to the bottom of it.
I'll go and say I don't believe that is 100% true.
If I'm inquisitive about something, that mean I'm really trying to get to the bottom.
When you go sit down in a restaurant, you are taking, or when you
I
order
don't give
food,
a fuck about shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's your.
But
health.
however,
you about to
if I thought
that.
about who got the best meat, I'm not gonna go ask a competitor. He gonna naturally say, "Oh, that's because they selling a lower grade meat than."
But see, I'm not in that industry, so I'm asking from a consumer standpoint.
The reason they're able to sell it, you told him when you asked him. The reason they're able to sell a burger for 99 cents is because nigga, we on $1 billion served. I got millions of these hoes on every corner. You got one. When I go re-up on meat, my nigga.
So you know why when I would research that, if both of those taste the same. If both of those
they not gonna taste the same.
If they taste the same, I would say if they tasted the same, I would say y'all.
McDonald's not in the business for selling food. McDonald's in the business for real estate.
That go back to what you were saying about.
But I was asking about the
quality
of the meat that they're selling. Why, is it the same as the quality?
Now guess what? That's why when you buy a quarter pounder, they tell you when you buy the quarter pounder that this meat is different from the meat that all these other.
That's the 99-cent burger or the dollar menu burger.
Yeah, that all this other shit is made with. They tell you that when they say this is 100%. So that's the only burger on the menu that say 100% beef on the side of it.
If he's going to lower these prices, it has nothing to do with people being billionaires. I'm not going to give you the same quality. That's just food we're talking about, but I'm talking about everything. And he trying to take away your fuel cars. He trying to take away gasoline. He want everybody riding in a computer-generated car.
No, that was Biden.
No, that's
Trump
him.
don't. That's the opposite.
No, he's with Tesla. He's with Elon. Elon ain't using fuel.
He stopped. Biden had an initiative to stop all gas cars by a certain year.
No.
Trump came in and stopped that because he's with the
research that because let me tell you why.
You can pull it up.
No,
He's with the
research
car
that.
industry.
Listen
I'm
to
telling
me.
you.
Biden is in the oil business. He comes from the oil regime. Why would I stop? Why do you think gas prices was as high as they were when he's in office and they were lower when Trump was in office? Trump don't care about fuel. Trump care about technology. Trump is in the technological
Trump
fight.
is taking aim at electrical vehicles. I'm telling you, he is
Taking aim. What's that mean? He's not finna
Trump
stop him.
revokes Biden's 50% EV target. Biden had an initiative to make every car in this world to have 50% EV in the world.
That's
Bro,
Trump.
it's right here. You can look at it.
I don't care about
I'm
that.
sure.
That's Trump.
Can we get him off the show?
That's Trump. Trump is the guy that is.
Can we get him off the show?
So what gas car?
I deal in facts.
Listen.
I just Googled it and tried to show it to
Show
him.
me one gasoline
Can we get
Tesla.
this guy off of my show?
Show me
get
one.
this guy off of my show?
Let me ask you this. Show me one gas car
That ain't
that
listen.
Tesla is
Do
making.
you know he cut funding to his cars so he can start doing the fucking robots? You ain't know that?
You mean Tesla?
Yes.
What,
He cut funding
what
on his
gasoline
cars.
are they gonna be using
He
to fund to make
he don't
the
give a
robots
fuck
move?
about them cars no more. This man to move, he trying to go to Mars.
So
he trying to build a whole community
now, listen.
on Mars. Cause he know Trump don't give a fuck about that. Trump is with the car industry.
Trump is not with the oil industry, bro. You tripping?
He is the one drilling.
Put it
He
up.
fracking.
Put it up.
What are you talking about?
Trump is not an oil guy, bro. You missing out on that.
I just
Trump.
pulled this shit up, bro.
No, you pulled up something that says he's revoking one of Biden's.
Because
deals.
Biden had an initiative to have 50% of the cars on the street be electrical cars.
By when?
By like 2028 or some shit.
Pull that up. Pull that up. Show that exact time that he talking about. Because 2028, that's 4 years. That's 4 years. That's definitely not it. Anybody that thinks Trump is in an oil war bid is crazy. Again, I wouldn't have lowered the gas prices for you.
He may not be prioritizing Tesla cars as much as he once did. But many believe in his focus has shifted towards ventures like Twitter, SpaceX. I'm telling you, the man is into robots and going to fucking
care about
space.
Tesla cars anymore is largely due to his frequent controversial statements and actions coupled with the perceived decline in attention to Tesla's core car development and quality
A
control.
lot of the Tesla cars already been recalled also. And he don't care
Trump
about
is
it.
with the car industry, bro. He is with bailing them
I'm
niggas
not
out.
saying he ain't with the car
No,
industry.
he's not with the
oil,
electric
though.
car. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, why would he lower the prices, bro?
I'm telling you, bro.
Why would gas be over $3?
Bro, he ain't got
with
no.
the guy that's
bro,
saying,
the president
I wanna
don't.
quit?
The president don't got shit to do with how much your gas be, bro. That's what you
What,
fail to realize.
what does he have to do with it?
Google that.
No, what does he have
Google
to do
that.
with it? What does the
The
president,
president ain't got
have to do
shit
with
to do with your gas prices, and that what people be forgetting. That what people don't realize. Hold on, what this nigga sent me? Travis Hunter girlfriend started crying in front of him after meeting her favorite rapper Lil Wayne for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's already been.
And we
established.
still messing with Travis Hunter?
What NFL?
What happens?
What athlete ain't fucking a thought?
That's a good point. I mean, because what's the guy Zion Williamson?
Unless you met your bitch freshman year of high school like LeBron. And even then, that bitch knew freshman year that nigga going to the NBA. She had to.
That's it. That's
You know what I'm saying? It ain't.
That's foreseeable. Like, I mean, you're the biggest basketball player in the country and you're in high school.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, it ain't too many athletes that's fucking bitches who don't know this my way out.
But is there substance to the Travis Hunter story, or is that a distraction?
I mean,
and when I say a distraction, not on the conspiracy theory side, I mean, how much do we really care? I mean, what does that do for the Travis Hunter brand? For us to continuously talk about his relationship issues. Because they aren't issues. He hasn't come out and say, me and my girl are into it. Me and my girl are fighting.
They keep him active.
It keeps his name buzzing. So can I play conspiracy theorist and say, is Deion Sanders behind this? The master media manipulator that had the world saying he was going to the Dallas Cowboys and how realistic it could be that he would be the next coach at the Cowboys.
This Deion last year at Colorado.
But is it his last year in college? That's what we have to say.
It's going to be his last year where he's respected, where he's disrespected.
What do you mean?
His coaches who didn't have half the season he had, they got re-up. They got extensions. They got Steve Sarkisian made. Do you know how much Deion Sanders made last year?
As a coach, head coach? What, $1 million?
Something like that. I think at the max maybe $3 million. The highest paid coaches all making $9, $10 million. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the Michael Jordan effect with Deion.
But
I'm gaining so much
who
revenue.
generated so? That's what I was just going to say. No other coach is doing what I'm doing for their university. For college football, Fox Saturday. I've never watched Fox football on a Saturday
Until
Deion Sanders in Colorado.
So, all
I
right.
ain't give a fuck about no Nebraska and fucking. I ain't give a fuck about no Big Ten and Wisconsin game on no fucking Fox.
So could Travis Hunter potentially become a bust in the NFL?
Who cares?
Meaning, the millions of fans that he has right now.
It ain't,
And if he becomes a bust, his girlfriend leaves him and starts dating Shador Sanders. What kind of soap opera do this
So you
have?
trying to tell me he can't? Do you think Tyrone Prothro can set up a booth in Tuscaloosa and charge for his autograph?
I don't.
You don't? Because he does it regularly.
What you say is in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, he does it regularly. Dick's Sporting Goods, he'll post up with him and somebody else.
And charges for his
Yeah,
autograph?
they charge for that shit. They charge for that shit. Them niggas don't sign them autographs for nothing. Them Sherman Williams autographs I got on the wall, on them t-shirts and that fucking poster. Shit. Colin called me and said, hey, you want a Sherman Williams autograph? Hell yeah. He said, nigga charging. You got the money? I'm like, hell yeah, nigga, get that shit. And that nigga signed that shit to Henny 3 times. Them nigga charged for that shit. So you don't think a motherfucker like Travis Hunter can post up somewhere later? Nigga,
Oh, definitely.
Johnny Manziel does it to this day.
Yeah. Those are big brands, though. Tyrone Prothro.
Nigga, the
brand
Boo
name.
Boo brands.
Yeah.
And Tyrone is an Alabama legend, though.
So what legend would Travis Hunter be considered if he goes and busts in the NFL?
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
You're still a college legend.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So would it be Jackson State or would it be Colorado?
it's
gotta be
college.
Colorado.
You're a college legend.
I can see that because he won the Heisman Trophy.
You're
So
a college
I
legend.
gotta give him
He
that.
come to Montgomery and post up at some sports.
In charge,
Hell yeah. Can Johnny Manziel?
come to Montgomery in charge.
Can he not show up at the court? Can he not charge the quarterback club some money to come talk? I'm telling you.
Enough to sustain.
Hell yeah.
Like,
All
take it-
around the country?
Okay. I'm exhausted of the Travis Hunter and his girlfriend, and she was a thotty body. So who cares?
Niggas always
Look at Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille never
so
cared
do
about
you
thotty
think
body.
do you think Marvin Harrison Jr. had a good year? Or was he a bust?
He's a rookie this year. We can't measure him this year. We got to measure him. When I say bust, we're measuring you in your, like, maybe first 3,
So
4
is he
years.
one of the greatest Ohio State wide receivers ever?
I don't know if I can give him that. Greatest ever from Ohio State
Mm-hmm.
that had the likes of did
Well, you gotta think, the year before he got there, old boy for the Jets had just won Rookie of the Year from Ohio State.
not Sauce Gardner, but
The wide receiver. I can't even think of his name right now.
yeah Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. But didn't Chris Carter go to Ohio State?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't call
Chris
him.
Olave.
I can't call him ever. Because we don't know what this kid there now
What's
is gonna
my
be.
boy every Saturday, the black dude, be talking shit about Bama.
Oh, yeah. My
Joey
man.
Galloway. Joey Galloway went
See,
to Ohio
we
State.
can't. That's a big.
Yeah, they got a lot of cold receivers now. Michael down there at New Orleans. He went to Ohio State.
Michael Thomas.
Mhm.
Keyshawn nephew.
Mhm.
We can't grab this empty fucking water bottle 12 times.
Somebody please give him some more.
Again,
But
I'm exhausted with Travis Hunter.
it's been some busts.
I'm rooting for Travis Hunter. That's what I'm doing. What happens with his marital affairs? Hey man, you'll learn. You'll figure it out.
If he plays DB, we won't know if he's a bust.
If his girl leaves him, goes to date another high profile athlete, does that affect his career?
Did it affect Bryce Young?
Bryce Young's popular girlfriend left him for another popular athlete.
Left
Right here
for a
on,
nigga.
we on the floor.
Left for a nigga that played basketball.
Bryce Young, the Heisman Trophy one.
Pour that shit up.
I'm not laughing at you, B. Young. You my guy.
And then they was talking about how after she dumped him
Dumped him? Wait a minute.
for
Dumped
the nigga
him?
that played basketball, he got benched.
So Bryce
Ryan
Young,
Wade
what?
talked to him. He came back and started balling.
Bryce Young, what?
Talk to the guy that got
Girlfriend
benched.
leaves him. Put that on there. Bryce Young, girlfriend leave him.
There it is.
Yeah.
GF leaves him. You ain't gotta go that far. Lost his girlfriend
The
to
Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey from the Sixers?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Tyrese Maxey took Bryce Young's girlfriend. And not only did she leave him, she left him with Tyrese Maxey, who just got a huge contract.
So is that what that's what she left.
I mean, what I just
NBA
how
money.
did I start? How we started on the sports? All these bitches. I'm trying to stop saying bitches.
Just call them thotty bodies.
All these thotty bodies.
That's what I call them.
All these thotty bodies. Is Icy here? Or is this still?
We
Cause I want you thotty bodies if it came from the preacher. But yeah,
Hey,
none of these sports guys are dating stand-up women. I don't give. All y'all gonna hate me. I don't give. All you women are after them niggas for that bag. Come on, if they didn't have the bag, I wouldn't date them because they feet fucked up. A lot of them niggas ugly. You know what I'm saying? No homo. Pause. All that shit. But you know what I'm saying. Them niggas awkward. You don't want no tall ass nigga like this nigga behind the camera. Big tall athlete ass niggas like this nigga behind the camera.
But she leaves him for. She left her NFL.
That's like the chick that's dating
She left
Dwight
her-
Howard right
listen.
now. That's like the chick that's dating Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard possibly couldn't have never watched the episode of Love and Hip Hop.
She left a rookie deal football contract.
Cause Shawty been pogo sticking from dick to dick on Love and Hip Hop, and now all of a sudden she engaged to Dwight Howard. Come on, man, get the
But
fuck
it's
out of
Dwight
here.
Howard though.
I'm telling you, cause she probably cool with the other side. You know what I'm saying? She probably likes to have
That's why I
threesomes
said
with
it's
this
Dwight
nigga.
Howard.
She probably like to have threesomes with this nigga and another nigga be there and Dwight be doing his shit with the nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Ain't nothing wrong with that, what you do in your bed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with that shit. But I'm just saying.
That's rough.
It is cool if he found a chick that's cool with him doing that, so now he can be happy and do what he do, and you know what I'm saying, not have to worry about
Man,
bitches
chicks
exposing him and
They
shit.
don't care. They don't.
Cause that looks like the only reason why bitches keep leaving him is cause he was the other side. You feel me?
They don't care. They don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
And
not.
just-
We're not living in a moral society anymore. Our society has.
I mean,
no
that shit
morals.
been going on. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit.
This
like
guy
that.
grabbed a man's balls on national TV on the sideline and laughed and joked like it was cool. Like reached over and grabbed the crotch of
They probably get down like that. How many lesbians do you think are in?
the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
I think the WNBA probably 60, 40, 70, 30. If not higher.
So how many homosexuals you think in the NBA?
Realistically, that consider themselves all the way, I think that might be a.
I count the niggas that's in the closet too.
That's what I'm saying. We might be going 30. We might go 30.
40%.
You say 40? 40%?
I done seen too much fruity shit in the locker room before. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how many times I've been in this locker room. I can't just walk around with my dick out.
That's kind of the code of sports.
I don't give a fuck. Put some drawers on, my nigga. Put a towel on, my nigga.
I think you have some conscious,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like.
But I see a lot of times, like I last week when the Eagles won, I saw Gilly in the Philadelphia locker room, and I saw a couple of people in there that looked like they were in their normal element until they were like, whoa, like this ain't an athlete nigga in here.
Yeah.
And they got their towel around them.
Yeah.
It's just coming out, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I believe that probably does. I feel where you coming from. If I'm an athlete, I'm probably not one of the guys that's walking around, swinging and banging.
If you watch the Aaron Hernandez TV show, they kind of speak about how the locker room is kind of like that, like a little.
You got the ones over here.
Like this little, like ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Then we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we don't, you know what I'm saying? It's a little shaky in that goddamn locker room.
Right.
Where a nigga might come up and grab your dick.
Whoa. I don't want to be in that locker room.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to play for them no more.
Or a nigga might say some shit to you or grab your ass or do something to you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? I ain't with that shit. You feel me?
If that's a commonality in professional or male locker rooms,
bro, you got to see that Aaron
trouble.
Hernandez documentary. His first time in the locker room in Florida. Like, the shit was it was the gayest shit in the world. And what was crazy about it was he was in the closet at the time himself. You know what I'm saying? Because he had been playing with his little high school teammate, Aaron Hernandez was. So, for some gay shit to pop off as soon as he get to Florida, he kind of looking like,
hold on,
damn, what I'm supposed to do?
Wait, we can't go, wait a minute. Are we alleging that Aaron Hernandez...
Ain't no alleging, you know, because he wrote letters while he was in prison to other men. You know what I'm saying? That's how they knew he was gay.
I was totally unaware.
Yeah.
I was totally unaware.
Yeah, he was writing letters to other men while he was in jail, talking about how he was gay. You know what I'm saying?
Never had any idea of that.
But yeah, that shit, you know. In the TV show, they said he had a relationship with his quarterback, with his high school quarterback.
Like an intimate relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was beyond my knowing.
Yeah. Man, I wish you would went back. Just click the back button. Just click the back button. Bow. That motherfucker right there, that bald head motherfucker right there.
What is your
That's Freddie Gibbs, eh?
So it totally depends.
The way he had a
on
baby by.
She a rapper.
And she a porn star. When I tell you that motherfucker.
Science, especially when you're in adult entertainment.
She hard though.
You're constantly.
She used to rap a long time ago.
You're not even trying to please your co-star. You're trying to please the viewer, right? So I love to use two hands and I love to twist.
Shout out to Everyday is Friday show. They got a really good podcast.
Played with. That's another, you know.
Shout out to Everyday is Friday.
Yeah, they have a lot of porn stars on that show. Corn stars. I'm sorry.
You know,
corn.
Yeah, you can't
do
say.
a lot of tongue play there.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just so many.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like you
But I
can't
also
say.
think, like,
You know what I'm saying? You gotta say unalive. And, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
So
like,
they
I
have a
don't
lot
feel
of
like people are
stars.
passionate about it.
Adult star. Can you
people
say that?
ever
Adult
were.
film star. Desi Storms.
But is it every adult film star an adult film star? They're not child film stars, right? That's the craziest title ever. So for corn stars to even say that,
An adult film
it's
star.
crazy as hell. I'm an adult film star. Bitch, what you think Angela Bassett is? And it's all good. I don't have a problem with that because it's still the smoke break. We're still in here on break. I don't know where he coming from break. I'm coming from break. I actually went to go see that new Issa Rae movie. Plus size influencer Dank Demas says Lyft driver refused service due to her weight. That shit is humiliating. Bitch, you can't get in my Prius.
Can the Uber driver? I saw a adult video.
You should have called for the truck, for the SUV, bitch.
But can I say adult video?
Mm-hmm.
There was an adult video where The woman was performing on a man
In the Uber.
and the Uber stopped and made him get out. Does that seem like justifiable?
That's called refusing services. Like, you know, people get.
I can refuse your services
I
for
guess, like if you get in my
inappropriate behavior.
and start and five a blunt, I'll be
Okay.
like, hey, put that out. And you don't put it out, I can stop the car. Hey, you know.
There's my answer. I just was like, how can she put him out for?
But if my windows ain't tinted, yeah, I gotta get y'all. Yeah, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. If my windows tinted, I'm like, shit.
Do
Let
what
me
y'all
pull
do.
over and see. Hey, shit. I just gotta get them where they going. I don't get no. I get paid for getting them there. I don't get there for no time limit. Let me watch, goddamn. Shit, I might have to get it off too. Smoke break clips. We will have more clips on smoke break clips coming up.
Amazing show as always.
Amazing show. Man, we know I didn't get, Icy not here. I ain't get to, ask everybody, how their week was, how their weekend was, how everybody feeling. But this is the smoke break with Henny and Ice. I did have some stuff I wanted to talk about though.
Let's go.
We still got some time.
We do. We got 8:12. We got at least 18 minutes.
At least 18 minutes.
At least 18. Touch on it. Whenever you talk politics or religion, it's gonna eat up time, especially when you have.
Recently, somebody
dialogue
posted,
like this.
who is the biggest rapper from Atlanta?
From Atlanta or currently in Atlanta?
I don't know if we can probably get this posted. It might be on Instagram, so I think I got this from Instagram.
The biggest from Atlanta?
Who is the biggest rapper from Atlanta?
That could be like a loaded question.
They got on the ad for
who are the candidates?
I mean, every rapper from Atlanta. But on this ad, as you can see.
So we got Dre 3000, T.I., Jeezy, Luda, Future. So Jeezy, not from
immediately
Atlanta.
Gets eliminated.
Luda, not from Atlanta.
Immediately gets eliminated.
Are we not going to include Young
get,
Thug on there?
I think people need to put respect on T.I. name. People keep playing with T.I. And it's so disrespectful.
Is it because of the way T.I. moved though? T.I. don't move like the nigga who is as accomplished as he really is. And I don't know if that's a plus. Is this you? I don't know if that's a plus or a minus when it comes to his. I mean, Tip. I always have liked T.I.
Tip move like, and you might be right. I never thought about that.
Because
you might be right. And I was just and when you said that, I thought about it, and yeah, you're right. T.I. move like a regular nigga.
I won't even call it regular. He don't move like a nigga who is as accomplished as he is, though.
I mean, that's a regular nigga.
I mean, I've owned one of the biggest clubs.
Jay-Z move like that?
Like T.I.? No. No.
I can probably be in Atlanta on a
I'm not saying
I can probably be in Atlanta on a random night and just bump into T.I. just walking around.
Tip, I'm not saying you don't move like a boss, brother. You move like the ultimate boss. He moves like a boss, but he doesn't. He
don't move like a 40-year-old boss.
No, you know what T.I. moves like? Honestly, I saw a picture one time that went viral of Bill Gates, and he was just randomly standing somewhere, dressed with a pair of jeans and a sweater.
I mean, yeah, he probably in his head is thinking I'm the man of the people. You know what I mean?
And people
I'm
was like, if you don't know that that's Bill Gates, you think this is just an average guy standing there.
But niggas know Tip.
So I say Tip moves like a boss, but he don't move like. He don't move arrogantly, so to speak. Cause like you said, you can bump into him, and it's more like a what up, partner? You know what I mean? I remember my first encounter with T.I. was at.
That's where the argument came from them dropping their top 50 rappers.
50 best Atlanta rappers,
and people was arguing about them having Andre at number 1. And do you know that Killer Mike actually contested that as well?
Contested Dre being number 1?
He said Dre's never had a solo album. Because people kept saying, because he actually brought this up. He said, make sure when you say Dre name, you say Big Boy name. Because there is no Dre without Big Boy. Dre's never had a solo album. and people keep bringing up the love below. Then
I don't like that.
And then his
I don't like that.
His comeback to that was the love below is not a rap out.
See that list right there automatically. You got Soulja Boy at 28 over somebody like B.O.B. You got Soulja Boy over.
I don't think the numbers
what are we?
categorized,
Huh?
I don't think the numbers.
Nah, I think that's in the order for real.
Yeah, because they got Dre #1 on there. Future 2, T.I. 3, Gucci 4. Gucci, I mean, he's from Birmingham, but he's, I guess, he's Atlanta by way of Birmingham. Cause we like to embrace Gucci from Alabama too. You know, he an artist of ours that made.
Go to Say Cheese on Instagram. Bill, going through his shit.
So how truthful is that? Did you listen to the audio?
I ain't listen to that audio. I don't fuck with that nigga act no way. I told you, Culture Vulture don't have to do nothing with no skin coat. You can be a black man and be a culture vulture. And that nigga's a culture vulture.
I don't know.
From Jamaica. He ain't hear rap music till he got to college.
Who has he upset is the question. Because if I listened to the audio of him playing the game with a 15-year-old kid.
They say he was pressuring he was trying to convince the young man to
The article said that, but when I listened to the conversation, the young man told him, he was like, "Hey, what do you mean?" Because this is what I heard him say in the audio.
You were messing with a boy?
Who?
Academic.
He's playing a game with a young man. You know, online. They're playing Fortnite.
It's three people supposedly on the game.
And he tells the young man, "I can be inside you." And the young man starts laughing and say like, "Hey man, I ain't gay." So Act commenced to tell him, "No, you don't gotta be gay. This is something else." And the kid starts to kind of create that narrative. Like, "Nah, bruh, chill." Like I told you, if you conversating with somebody and you say, "Man, you still eat meat?" And they say, "Pause, bruh." And you like, "Nah, I'm asking you how you like vegan or something." But nah, man, go on, you ask me if I eat meat. Somebody say, "Man, this nigga walking around asking niggas do they eat meat." You know what I mean? This nigga on some gay stuff. Nah,
I wasn't gonna talk about it.
I don't know.
I haven't heard it. And honestly, I don't care about anything that got to do with dude. Because he shouldn't be famous no way.
Act shouldn't be famous?
I told you, niggas a culture vulture, bro.
Clue should have his spot.
DJ Clue?
What's academic? I wonder if they put it on there, or do they just say academic? Oh, he done stopped putting the DJ on his shit. I'm happy he stopped doing that. Cause I was like, what the fuck he DJ? What the fuck make him a DJ?
Has he ever been a DJ?
He say he DJ'd at his college. He went to what's the school Bill Cosby went to? Temple. But we're gonna make this a segment now on the show where we're gonna scroll Instagram. We're gonna say let's scroll the gram and get some let's see some headlines. But Kendrick Lamar to bring SZA out during Super Bowl halftime show. Here's what we know. Click the arrow for me.
Is that not a shot at Lil Wayne again? Nigga, why don't you be politically correct?
Oh, that's the actual trailer for the
show
for the Super Bowl.
Same old, keeping the body in motion, getting that wind up. You know, this field a lot bigger than what people think, so that's a must. Exactly. Now, I've been thinking about a guest before. Damn.
This makes me think there's real friction there. This makes me think there's real...
What's even colder for Drake is this a Apple Super Bowl halftime show.
Meaning?
Like, he had a deal with Apple before. Like,
Drake.
all of this shit is like, oh yeah, his son got killed. That's crazy. R.I.P. to Project Pat's son. Condolences to Project Pat. Which is kind of crazy.
Can we go up and click?
Speaking of T.I., I don't want an evening of comedy with comedian Tip Harris. I don't want that.
Why not?
I don't want that.
You don't want to let him reinvent himself?
I want to hear what. You know what make rock and roll so timeless? Is them niggas perform till they die.
But did we want a long-lasting series with Ozzy Osbourne on it as the rock and roll legend? Or is the answer to that yes?
Yes.
Because that's what.
Because Ozzy still performed. Even when when he was walking around feeble on that show. He was doing shows. He was performing. Like.
So Tip ain't still doing rap shows?
No, Tip say he done. Like,
Tip is not doing
that's
music
what's
anymore.
wrong.
Houseway.
Houseway. We put a ceiling on the music.
Tip is not recording, not live performing no more.
Tip said he done. Fuck rap. You can have it back.
I find that hard to believe. Tip not
when he
rapping
went on
no
that
more?
when he went on that press run, when he was talking about
the lawsuit?
Yeah. That was when he was telling people I'm not rapping no more.
But they cut the money to the suit, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that since then, so we don't know what he doing now though. But he probably gonna get his lawyers and try to fight that and get his money back. But Tip was doing on the press run telling niggas, cause somebody asked him, hey, if they wanted to give you X amount of dollars, would you do it? He was like, no.
If they wanted to give him X amount of dollars to perform?
Yeah. He said no. He said I'll perform with PSC if they perform.
I mean, that's cool to get my people some paper.
I appreciate y'all for offering me my last working gig because I do not need the money anymore and I will not be performing, he said during the conversation. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want people to pay me to hop around and sweat for their entertainment anymore.
How do we feel about that comment right there? Because I think somebody had a rebuttal to that or something.
That sound like a nigga stunting. That sound like a nigga, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want people to pay me to.
Or no, you talking about Rollo and Boosie when they were,
okay.
Yeah. When Rollo was like, I don't want to be 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? Performing, trying to get on. You know what I'm saying? Damn titties. Academic vows to do better after backlash for sexual comments directed at underage streamer. If you ain't do nothing wrong, bro, you wouldn't be doing. You know
so why they coming with the corny pictures of him?
Cause he a corny ass nigga, bro. Y'all shouldn't take no entertainment advice from no corny ass nigga that's sitting in his basement.
Not true. Look at the corny niggas that do sports. Who is this?
What corny nigga that do sports that don't leave his basement? I can go to some fucking games.
We need audio on this. What are we?
What is this?
Oh, this what happened. What's called a producer?
Can you scroll up a little bit?
Caught on fire. Metro Boomin, his boat
was allegedly caught on fire, and the 24-hour strip club Booby Trap in Miami was shut down.
Metro's yacht caught on fire.
Meanwhile, while the fire was going on, some niggas, when they shut the strip club down, niggas that came outside and threw the money. Miami is not real. Miami, it's certain parts of the country that ain't real, bro. And Miami one of them places.
Big boy party in the passenger seat with a dog on Leo.
Miami one of them places, man. Oh, that's what them titties were.
Is she a dancer or okay?
Yeah, this some bullshit. She going up though on the TikTok though. If it would, you know what I'm saying? Look at Gilly ass. Get your goofy ass on, bro.
I love Gilly, man. I like both of them.
Gilly
now, let's look at this locker room. I don't see no goddamn with my towel out.
Gilly turned. This ain't the only time he done been in the locker room though.
I'm saying
Gilly turned a failed
rapping career.
Yeah.
How can we say his rap career was failed though? Or can we because of the niggas he was around and that the other niggas on Cash Money was bigger than him? Cause I just saw him and Wack get into it about Baby, where he I
don't want to say failed.
Mediocre rap career.
He turned because he did make it to the goal. He had several record deals and you know what I'm saying, several contracts.
How recent is this?
Recently.
Yeah, I just watched that. Where
Where
Dane was talking about Jim coming to come jump him.
You know, a couple people called me about what Jim said about me, and I was like, I don't know, I understand that. And then I heard what Cam said.
You went and got a couple niggas, and I know these niggas, they my niggas too. You tell them you got a problem, they jump in the car. They don't know who you got a problem with. They get down there as Dame. You boy niggas to jump Dame Dash? Really? Dame Dash, you couldn't fight Dame Dash? Lucky the niggas that you bought was like, oh shit, hold on, I thought we was coming for some real beef. This Dame
Dash.
Dash.
Say what Jim came
But Dame ain't no sucker. Dame was ready to fight all three of y'all. And then when Dame realized the other two niggas wasn't doing it, he said, I want to fight you. You said, I don't fight. Dame said, why you got muscles? You said, I got muscles so you look good. You know why I know? Because it's on tape. Did I put the tape out? Did I tell niggas, yo, put that?
You know, I heard what
that tape out. Because Dame was stunned. Dame said, yo, get the fuck off my block. Them niggas ain't about to do nothing. Dame was in downtown on Orchard Street acting like he was in Harlem and told niggas, yo, get the fuck off my block. I told niggas, don't put that tape out, man. It ain't worth it.
What could have been done in that moment that you would physically want your man or someone that kind of helped you to get humiliated? Because that's all that would have been if somebody would have came on my block, or rather to my art gallery. It was my art gallery, and put their hands on me in front of my girl. So there was just no way that was going to happen without some degree of a fight. But again, what broke my heart was I felt like I raised everybody better than that, you know, and it looked like a black eye to whatever I was teaching, you know. It was just embarrassing.
Yeah.
I've always been a Dame fan. I have. Because he never gave me the Diddy vibes, but I loved how he danced in the videos and just was like, nigga, we is rich, we partying, and we having a good time. You know what I mean? I've always been a fan of Dame for that. Is that lame? Is that corny for that? I've been... Big X the plug keeps the momentum rolling with Take Care Deluxe release. Has his run lasted longer than people thought?
Big X?
I'm talking about nationally. I know in Texas he probably very household.
I mean,
hold on, let's see what Cat talking about.
But every time he do an interview,
We gotta go to the beginning.
he look like he had a stroke. Now why won't somebody say something?
He did a recent interview on Breakfast Club. What's
wrong with having a stroke and getting better?
What's wrong with having a stroke and getting better?
What are we hiding it for? Every interview he come out. Martin Lawrence keeps saying he ain't had no stroke.
Mexican woman's viral TikTok calls for unity between Black and Latino communities.
shut your bitch ass up.
Are we into it with Latino community?
All around the world.
Blacks and Latinos are into it? What are we into it about?
I don't know.
Poor man.
They don't like us. We don't like them. Ain't that what the nigga said? In colors. Poor minds. Drea and what's the other bitch name? Damn, my Thotty Body. What you said, call him?
Thotty bodies.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get digmatized because it goes both ways.
how?
Because I be pussymatizing them. And we both just be in this hypnosis state of mourning. We both be fucked up. We both be skipping through the forest, biting that apple. Both of them. Both of them.
Okay.
So now we gonna get into... I don't have a clear mind after
You
I've
been
met.
pussymatized before?
Why
Definitely.
not?
I just don't.
You been pussymatized before?
Definitely. I'm not too gangster hard player enough to say yes. Matter of fact, I'm pussymatized right motherfucking now. If that's okay to say on camera.
T.I. admits ain't no paper in the comedy industry after coming from hip hop. Duh!
So that means he's just doing it because he enjoyed doing it.
He ain't funny enough to do it.
It's not the same as your music career. Ain't no paper. Man, listen, okay, you got your Kevin Hart's.
That movie was funny as fuck though, even though people were hating on it.
Cat Weed, and me. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes, it's the scale slide. Yeah. It ain't a slope, it's a dip. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, man, I ain't even tripping because so much fun. And I enjoy myself. And the energy I always just.
But that's really a slight to all comedians out there. Really saying y'all niggas ain't getting paid.
When we had all the
other than those three guys.
Energy just wasn't right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just value my
is
peace
that
of
to say
mind.
Mike Epps is
And
not
I just
getting,
value
is not one of the biggest comics?
Good energy and being able to just enjoy myself.
You can't do a show by himself.
Mike Epps? None of these niggas do shows by themselves.
When Kevin Hart come, nobody be worried about who the comics is underneath him.
See, that's what I think causes.
That's Kevin Hart will never be put on one of those. That's so funny tour. 2000 with Mike Epps, DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller.
No. Because you said who won't be Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart is catalog.
None of the people he just named would be on any of those type of
like a tour like that.
Mm-hmm. You can think about it. Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, who you said the other one was? Who's the third comic he said before he named himself?
Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams does some.
Mm-hmm. That's what his beef with Mexican got on boots.
Why can't I think of the guy name?
You put Ali.
That's your guy. That's one of your favorite comedians.
Can't think of his name right now.
But what's Cat?
That's where they beef come from.
From what?
Him performing, Cat having a show in Houston. The people who throwing the show telling Ali, "Hey, you on the show? You the opening act."
Oh, and Cat saying, "No, this guy ain't on my show."
Hell no, he ain't on my show. He paid that nigga.
I heard him say that. I still paid you.
Yeah. I ain't even book you.
Diddy's defense team reveals they've seen the 9 freak-off tapes that the government has in their possession and claims the tapes actually prove Diddy's innocence. Diddy's defense team.
I'll tell you what this trial about, man.
Who is Diddy's defense team? Do we know what lawyers he has? Faison Love calls Cat Williams Kathy Williams while reacting to rumors that Cat Williams is doing a second interview with Club Shay Shay.
All right now, Natalie Nunn.
That's not Natalie Nunn. That's not the girl that was originally on
Bad Girl Club.
That's not Natalie Nunn, bro.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
So the Raiders know Pete Carroll's friend who'll take one for the team.
Raiders know Pete Carroll is friend who will take.
Jane Daniels' mom. How do we feel about her?
What you call must type? Ocho must type that. That shit don't make no fucking sense. So the Raiders know Pete Carroll is friend
who will take one for the team. And it says Ocho on Pete Carroll to the Raiders.
Oh, they're saying they know Pete Carroll is the friend
that will take one for the team.
Oh, okay.
But what? Can we look at Jane Daniels' mom just for a second?
That's a nice jacket. She bad too. I fuck her.
Did you hear her say her only fear about her son's career?
Yeah, it was him getting one of these thotty bodies.
One of these thotty bodies. She don't want to see her son get what? Travis Hunter.
I don't know.
Is that gonna be what we label
I
it
don't know.
now?
She seemed like she might be
seems
in
like,
love with her son.
well,
There's
she
a couple
seems
of
like
them parents.
she smokes a lot of weed.
There's a
That's what
couple
she
of them parents in the league that seem like they, in love with their child.
No, probably enjoy smoking weed with Jay Daniels.
Wow, that's just too much ass. Although I just told a nigga at work, ain't no such thing.
Wow, when you said that just then, I was like, is this an adult star basketball game? Because I know I just saw that big booty basketball league.
Bitch put their hands on their knees. Make the ghetto bitch put their hands on their knees. Make the ghetto bitch put their hands on their knees. I don't know how to dance, but can lean. Make the ghetto bitch put their hands on their knees. Make the ghetto bitch put their hands on their knees. Make the ghetto bitch put their hands on their knees. Yeah. God, if I make
This just don't make no sense. Why is pound cake 730? This Jayla Page, all these corn stars. You thinking Tokyo, overload, yeah.
If I go to Buns in basketball, you can keep the basketball. I'm there for the Buns. I don't care if she shoot a three or shoot an air ball. Did a Buns move?
What is that? Oh shit! She just went off and then started popping in. That was amazing. That was great.
This is entertainment and sports all combined together.
That was a great.
That's why I pulled this up.
And I thought about Icy when he told this story.
What makes you think you gonna get $100,000 car?
When he was telling a story about his daughter. Yeah, you get a chance, check that out. Because he talks about his family. R.I.P. to David Arnold. Man, this is the Smoke Break. I'm Henny.
I'm Ice.